Welcome to the Life and Business Podcast, where it's all about creating the results you want in life and business through intentional thinking. And now, here's CEO, speaker, author, and award-winning life and business strategist, Cledra Gross.
Hello, it's great to be with you another week. This week, I want to talk about the importance of your personal brand. Creating the brand of you, the importance of your personal brand. The first thing is to define. You must clearly define everything you want to represent. What goes into the brand of being you? That's number one. Number two, you must determine your promise, and then you must deliver on that promise. There is nothing worse than being in relationship with someone who makes promises they don't keep. So determining your promise and delivering, being a person who delivers on that promise is key when it comes to your personal brand. And then the other thing is your drivers. What drives your brand? For me, it's my values. What are your values? How do you treat people? How do people experience you? I always say that people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And then the fourth thing is your design. Are you intentionally designing your personal brand? Or are you allowing it to be unintentionally designed? And let me tell you what I mean. Intentional design is really being very clear about the way you're showing up. You're showing up with intention and purpose, as opposed to just allowing each day to take you along for the ride. Designing your brand goes to in designing your days. Designing your days speaks to being a great steward of your time. Are you being a great steward of your time? An analogy that I love to use is that if you got a deposit this morning of $86,400, would it be okay that by the end of the day you had no idea where the money went? Absolutely not. But every new day has 86,400 seconds. And it's important that you design the way you invest and that you are intentional about the way you are using that time. Your personal brand depends on how great of a steward you are with your time. Because what you are able to do in the allotted time will determine what you are able to create and how many people are able to experience you. Your impact and influence will always come down to how disciplined you are with your time. So that's what I have for you this week. You have to be intentional about your personal brand. And that's exactly what I'm doing now with my private clients. They're getting really clear about being the CEO of their life, and some of them are being the CEO of both life and business. If you are wrestling with, how do I show up now in this season? How do I design my days, Cledra, like you're talking about? No, maybe you realize you aren't a good steward of your time. An indicator of that is you find yourself saying things like, where did this day go? Where did this week go? Where is time going? It's not negotiable for you to not know where it's going because this is your life. And I want to wake you up to that. So if you aren't clear about how you're defining your personal brand, what's actually driving you, determining your promise and keeping your promise, designing your days. If that's something you struggle with, then reach out today. Don't continue to make it okay to not be structured in creating your personal brand. All right. That's what I have for you this week. Make sure you take the step forward by reaching out to me if you're struggling with these concepts. If things are going well, then wonderful. I'm glad. But if not, make a change today by making a decision to reach out. All right. Take good care of yourself, and I'll see you next week.